Yeah, good afternoon, smart investors. Good afternoon, landlords. Good afternoon, good evening, landladies. Everywhere you are listening to me, my name is Adiwali, and I am from biomeland.com.ng. Yeah, I'm a real estate consultant. I'm a wealth investment advisor. I am so economical as you are looking at me. Ask my wife. What I'm trying to say is that I am passionate about seeing your investment, your rental income coming in steady, steady. I'm very passionate about making sure that your money works for you beyond your expectation. So this afternoon, I want to talk about the three types of tenants we have and how you can manage them and what are the things you should do to make sure you get the best out of them. Number one, they are the ones that I called grade C tenants or dependent, depending tenants. The tenants that are depending on people or some people that are not independent. Yes, I don't know which non-independent tenant or how you can call it, but I grade them as grade C tenants. These are example of grade C tenants are students. They are students. These are many times you want to own property in student environment. It is very, very good to own property that is targeted at students. That is like maybe just one room, a room self-contained, which they call studio apartments in advanced countries. But for the purpose of Nigeria, we call it a room self-contained. Some people call it a room self-contained or room and parlor self-contained. But mostly in most student environments, what students prefer is a room self-contained. That is, in their one room, there is a small space where they can do their cooking, and there is a small space where they can bath and also um, ease themselves. So that would be combination of room, a bedroom and toilet, and kitchen separately. Those type of tenants are not the ones paying for themselves. It is always good that when you are doing your documentation, like some people will tell me, some people just tell me sometimes, Mr. Wale, can you send me one of the other fellow realtors? Can you send me an agreement? I need an agreement template I use. I feel like agreements comes differently. Agreement that I will use for a client in Lekki is not the same thing that I will use for um, students in Taisho Larin, where we are managing properties for some people, or in what do you call this Funab, where we have an hostel or two there. It to be different right from the documentation process. You make sure you collect the data. Make sure you get the data of the people that are paying for that will be responsible for their rent. It is also good that you admit people from 100 level. Yes, take people who are freshers. Freshers are always better. But it's not every time. That doesn't mean you cannot give your house to people who are not freshers, who are still out in school. But the problem there is that when you take freshers, at least you'll be in charge. You'll still be able to collect the data properly. Just as they are doing their biodata in school, or you can always give me a form of your biodata, a copy of your biodata that has the name of your sponsor's contact, or you can create a form like we do. You have a form that you put the need, ask for their names, the names of their father or their mother. You call those parents before they even pack and move in at all, so that the parents will confirm I'm the one responsible for his or her payment and all sorts. In that kind of environment, those students, I mean, those parents will be responsible for their rent, while you also make sure that your agreement is well detailed so that it will state the responsibilities of every resident, their role. Like you don't beat every other student, you don't intimidate any other student, you don't come to this hostel with a dog so that the dog will not come and bite somebody and it will lead to another one. They will call you landlord, though. They will call you when they get to police station. They will call you one way or the other, and police is our friend, but you cannot go to police and come back without dropping something, no matter how small. So those are a kind of a tenant. So if you are looking at any rental income, the rental income is not always huge. But if you are a kind of a person who is, for instance, you are a civil servant, You are a teacher, you work in local government, you work with government, and have access to take loan. It's advisable that when you are looking at investing in your loan, invest in rental property where you can earn, where you the kind of property that will be giving you small money. At all, if you have like 10 units of a room, self-contained, that gives you an average of 120,000 naira per month, I mean per year, times 10, that is 1,200,000 naira per annum. So 1,200,000 naira per annum for somebody that has been earning an average of 100,000 naira, 120,000 naira per month will still go a long way. Is it that you diversify the money into another business you want to do, or you use the money yourself and be feeding yourself jejely, especially if you don't have children that are still in school. That is a kind of a class of investment you should look at. Those are grade C that I call dependent tenants. They are good, and they are not really easy to manage anyway. But with people like us, you can always get in touch, and we will help you handle your rental income property, not only for students but for other. The second grade that I'll be talking about, that I call grade B, are people who are dependent on themselves, who are independent tenants. These are the people that are working, they are working class, they are business people, they earn an average of 500,000 naira to like 3 million or 5 million naira per annum. Yes, they earn about 3 million, 500,000 to like 3 to 5 million naira per annum. These are another set of tenants. But this type of tenants are not the ones that will live in a room self-contained. In a room self-contained. They will live in like a room and parlor self-contained, 2-bedroom apartment, 3-bedroom apartment, and all sorts. They can also live in a 2-bedroom terrace, 3-bedroom terrace duplexes, or 3-bedroom bungalow with a BQ, because this set of people have a higher level of self-esteem. They have family, they have people who can come and visit them, they have people who can come and greet them often. They have family. Once they give birth, they want to celebrate the naming of their children. An elderly person can die, they can bring in their old parents and all sorts. These are the kind of clients we call grade B. When you are looking at investing in property for this type of people, it is always good that you invest in places that will give you massive return on your investment. For instance, many people will feel like I was talking with a client recently, like, come and buy a property, come and buy a plot of 300 square meters at the back of ShopRite in Shogotedo in our Peak Luxury Court. The man was like, I don't want to buy. If I buy, I want the money is too expensive. I said, how much is it? It's 17.5 million naira. And with the current promo that we are doing, you won't even pay for deed of assignment, which is about 500,000 naira or so. So you just pay for your development fee and other small money, and you can pay this money over time. You can even pay in 12 months without any interest. His excuse was like, if he has that 17 million naira, he will use it to build his house. To build a rental property in Ijebu-Ode. I said, what will you be? He said he will build room and parlor self-contained, like 10 units or so. Well, the issue there is that when you build room and parlor self-contained in Ijebu-Ode 10 units, that will give you an average of, let's say, 200,000 naira per annum. Yes, that will give you 200,000 naira per annum. That's 200,000 times how much? 200,000 times 10, that's 2 million naira. And I told him, instead of looking at building multiple properties that you'll be chasing different tenants, why not rather use the money, buy land, the other money that will be coming in as much you have the ability, build just 2-bedroom terrace, or buy into the 3-bedroom bungalow, or build a 3-bedroom bungalow here with BQ. You even have a space for about 4 cars. Yes, you have space for about 4 car park. Anybody that is even coming there will be independent, will feel good, like, I'm the only one living in this compound. You can come, you can do this, you can do that. So my advice is that, and when you're giving us for rent, that place has more greater value. Your cost of, you can earn rental income on a 3-bedroom bungalow, fully detached, or 2-bedroom terrace in Shogotedo axis. You won't earn anything less than 2 million naira per annum. Yes, you won't earn anything less than 2 million naira, and the person will still be paying service charge. So you are not really paying anything much. Another advantage of targeting middle class tenant like this is that most of the times they are able to maintain the house themselves. Unlike grade C tenants, when anything, even just tap in the house, if it break, students will call you, landlord, agent, caretaker, please, oh, my tap has broken. Am I the one using the tap? Those are the issues there. But this type of grade C tenants, they can always cater for their needs. They can always maintain the house. They can always do some minor repairs, adjustments. In fact, they can even paint the whole house, do the painting and all, make your house look good if you are fortunate to meet a good one, or you are able to tie them with good tenancy agreement like we do. That's what we do. So that is advantage of people who call grade C tenant. There are people who call high class tenants. High class tenants are tenants that rent into what I call luxury property. Luxury property could be commercial property. Most times it's always commercial property where your tenants will be buying space. The space could be, you can just build an open space, and everybody that is coming to rent in that place, they will be buying square meter. I mean, they will be renting in square meters. They do their separation, and they segment the place into maybe like 2 or 3 offices, depending on the space they are buying into. So those are the high level, I mean, top class or first class tenant. Like I said, these type of people are organizations. For instance, you buy into a place where we are selling on Lekki Expressway, which is Tiwa Gardens, Tiwa Commercial. When you buy into Tiwa Commercial, it's just land that we are selling there now. It's land. As you can see, I'll put the prices on the flyer of this on the screen. Yes, as you can see the flyer, yes, that's the price. The price, it's a place that you can build office space, shopping mall, office complexes. You can build recreation center, sport arena, tech hub. Just name it. If it is commercial, people will rent the space. People will rent and give you huge amount of money. Those are the type of another tenants that you can cater for. The only issue with high class tenant is this: whenever you want to eject them, you might need to write letter to both their office where you give to them, and if they have another head office, always have a part of their money ready for litigation. Yes, especially when they are type of tenant that you collect just a year rent. When you are giving your property to top class tenant like this, it's advisable you always demand about 3 years rent, 5 years rent, with terms and conditions that if they did not spend up to that time, you can always give them refund. Let that clause always be there so that you won't be a bad person. And then the terms of managing the property is always easier for you. That's why we always advise some of our clients to always buy into commercial property if you have the money. There is something for everybody. There's always something for everyone. But you know what? Everybody should always choose what will give them peace of mind. The more your investment, the more strategic you are about your investment, the more the return you get after a short while. I hope with these few points, you've been able to learn 1 or 2 things from me. Please follow me. Please subscribe to this YouTube page. Please subscribe to my Facebook. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram at Realtor Adewale1, and don't do well to patronize us. Always check our website, which is www.buyhomeland.com.ng. And you can always reach out to me personally for consultation. It's always cheap. Sometimes it's even free. So you can call me on my phone number, which is 080 30 50 82 81. And I'll see you on the next one. Very soon, I'll be talking about one of our projects that is coming, Ekpe Garden Waterfront in Ekpe, Lagos. It's a place that I'm preparing your mind to buy towards. It's a place, it's an estate that has a waterfront. It's very close to the airport. It's close to development, and it's a place that you should buy. It's not going to be expensive, but just be getting ready. I'll be giving you details as we launch the property in the coming days as on a pre-launch. So once it comes out, please rush it, woto. because I'll still be giving a lot of discounts to our clients. So thank you so much for always coming to my timeline. Please subscribe. If you find this interesting, please share with somebody, and God will bless you also. Do have a wonderful day. I am Adewale. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.